Yes, yes. What's everyone saying?
Oi, oi. Back
We're
again
here.
with another
We're
phone-in
back
show.
Back again. Another phone-in show. Coming at you fast, these live streams.
Yeah, big time, big time. I'm going to like this one. I think this is going to be a really good phone-in show, guys. Before we get started, if you want to know how to get involved in this, all you have to do is become an Extra Club member. I think Nightbot just posted the link. What I would say is if you want to get involved, join Rapid and get in the Discord server Rapid, because there's a lot of people in there, bro. In there, and yeah, you want to get in there quick if you want to have your say. But yeah, I'm buzzing. I think unless you've got anything to say, I think we need to get straight into it, because there's a lot of people who want to have their say, bro. I don't know what you're saying.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with you, bro. Just give me a second.
But guys, I've got to say, I know most of you probably would have been in that live stream there with us, but I'm massively disappointed there. I think the win was there for us. Missed a penalty. Gabby Jesus had a massive chance with the header. It's just absolutely mad, guys. I can't say I'm MCFC Joe knows the score. He's just become an Extra Club member, tier 1.
Yes.
That's all you have to do, guys. Tier 1 is good enough to get you in the show. Joe, all you need to do now, mate, is go to the community tab and join the Discord server, and then you can just go in the waiting room and get in there with your fellow Extra Club members.
Yes, the lights have gone red as well, with the flashing light in the back. You love to see it. Love to see that.
How is everyone doing? Sean Fogarty, say hi, mate. Oh, you alright?
How you doing, Sean? Right, we'll be in a sec. I just need to figure out why that's... Yeah, okay, I found it. My computer's having a bit of a...
Dominic Murphy says, hear me out. Missed the penalty to win against Liverpool in 18-19, and we won the league.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a positive way of looking at it, Dominic. You never know. I think it's still there, but I feel like at some point, guys, these draws, it's just not going to be good enough. You know what I mean? Honestly believe now that if this wasn't a must-win, Tottenham is 100% a must-win game, guys. It's 100% a must-win game. We've got to win that game.
Yeah, I completely agree. Right, should we get our first guy in?
Yeah, remember, guys, if you're listening to this, if you get dragged in to the call, if you're coming on, make sure you speak and listen to us through the Discord, not through the live stream. Otherwise, it will be laggy. So that's just a quick heads up. But yeah, I'm ready when you are. Let's start the calls. Ring, 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 ring.
First up, we have Ali B Gamer. I think he made his debut. Was it last week?
I think so, bro.
Potentially his debut last week. I'll drag him in the chat now. Yes. Can you hear us, mate?
Hello, boys. How you doing?
Yes. How you doing?
Good, thanks. What about you?
Good. Well, so I'd say.
Yeah, I'm not good as well, but to be honest.
Yeah. What do you think of today's game, Ali? How are you feeling, mate?
Disappointed because we had too many chances to score a goal. This Kevin De Bruyne's penalty and also Gabriel Jesus had it, but we didn't use it. And in a few weeks, we got a match with Tottenham, and we are still struggling to score a goal. It's 5 games in a row that we're just scoring 1 goal. 5 games in a row. That's not good. We have to improve ourselves in attack.
I agree. Ali, let me ask you a question. Is Kevin going through a rough period here?
Yes, I think so, because as soon as he missed the penalty in the second half, I didn't see him at all. Like, okay, you missed the penalty, but you're a big player. You have to say, okay, it's all right. I will create another chance. But as soon as he missed the penalty in the second half, he didn't create chances. We didn't see him fighting for a ball. Nothing.
Yeah, I think the whole team at the moment is going through a bit of a rough patch, and I think Kevin is going through a bit of a rough patch as well. And guys, I don't know if you were there in the live stream, but Ali, mate, you go to the Premier League table, right, and have a look how many teams have scored more goals than us. Brighton have scored more goals than us. It's mad. Like, we've gone from having a great attack and a poor defence to having a poor defence to an average attack that's struggling to score goals. And the game was definitely there for us. And I think that we've missed a big trick. Ali, do you know Tottenham that's coming up? That is now a must-win game, innit? 100%.
Exactly, yeah. And we know Tottenham attackers are really good. And the only thing that we need to improve is our attackers. Like, we have to put the chances away and we have to score goals. The good thing is Aguero's back, so maybe we can win this game if we use our chances.
Yeah, I totally agree. Ali, nice one. Thanks for the great call there, pal, to get us going.
Yeah, no worries.
Cheers, mate. Cheers.
Yep, have a good day.
Good call to get us going.
Yeah, we just I don't want to say it and I start in it. We're going to keep these calls quite fast because of the amount of people that we have waiting.
Yeah.
We have a super chat. If you didn't see, when you now super chat, the light behind Lewis's head, we'll eventually have another light behind me. Lewis pointing out there. It turns green when you super chat, and also all the like Coven lights and stuff. The whole shed for us turns green. It doesn't look like great on camera, but it looks mint for us. However, Sir Alan just super chatted. Yes, Sir Alan, always in our streams, isn't he? Love to see Sir Alan. $7.99. Can't kill off teams. Lack of shots on target. 2 set of defensive mids stops creating chances.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that, bro?
I feel like if me and Alan was in a pub having a beer together, I think we'd agree on most things because I totally agree again. And this is what I was saying on the preview of the Liverpool game. We did a preview video, yeah. And I said, right, and this is what I said to you, innit, bro? I like the 2 centre defensive mids against good teams where it's going to be difficult, but it's going to be a bit of a slower pace and we can control the game. I just feel against Liverpool, we all know how Liverpool play. They're fast, powerful. You know, they're just rapid. They're a good side, and I just feel that they just got complete. That first half, Rodri and Gundogan were. I mean, we were lucky, to be honest, guys, in my opinion, because they got run ragged. And I just don't think that was a good move. Second half, they got better a little bit, but you know it was hard for them to stay at the same level or get worse. And yeah, again, we're just not scoring goals. We scored 10 goals in 7 games. What is that? That's shocking, really shocking. And at some point, guys, we've got to start getting wins. These draws are not good enough. You know what I mean? And Tottenham for me now is definitely a must-win game. But yeah, great super chat. Thanks a lot, mate. We've also got a new Tier 1 member, SM, has joined as an extra club Tier 1. If you want to come on the call, mate, get in the Discord server. The link is in the community tab on YouTube. And just get in the waiting room. Are we ready for the
next call?
The next call, bro.
Let's hit up the next call. We've got Jinan Islam on the next call. I'll drag Jinan in now. Yes. I always imagine it's quite a shock when you get dragged into this. You're dragged into this and you could just hear me and Lewis coming through your phone or whatever.
Jinan, are you there? If you're there, mate, just unmute your mic, and then you can come on and have your say, bud. Jinan, are you there?
Oh no! Wait! Maybe just mute the mic. Drag back in.
Yeah, drag in.
Drag in. Yes, Jinan.
All right, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
This game, I don't even know what to say, to be honest.
What do you think after the game finished? What was you like? Was you gutted? Was you disappointed? Was you satisfied with the point? What was your reaction?
I mean, it was there for the taking. We should have won this game, but it's just the lineup. Like putting Rodri and Gundogan together, it just doesn't work. Like I don't know how many times Pep tried this, like over and over again, and it just doesn't work. I don't even know. Like what's going on.
Was that the main reason you think that we drew? Was there anything else that Pep could have done, or the players could have? Obviously, the penalties are given, but is there anything else in the game that could have really changed it?
I'm surprised that Mahrez wasn't even on the bench either, to be honest.
I'm surprised at that. That's a weird one, that one.
Like, it is weird, yeah.
Yeah.
So I thought having him as an option could have been, like, potentially, he would have been an option to bring on.
I completely agree. I mean, I don't know if anything's been leaked yet as to what's happened there, but it'd be interesting to know exactly why he wasn't in the squad, because he played all right against Olympiacos, I thought, and I think he definitely deserved to be in the squad. But yeah, it's a bit of a mad one. Gina, I ask you again, mate, this Tottenham game, if we don't win it, do you think the league's over, or do you think we've still got a chance even if we don't beat Tottenham?
Where are we in the league? I think we're like 11th.
11th, mate.
Oh.
Disgusting.
Yeah, it's a must-win game, to be honest. If we don't win this game against Tottenham, then it puts us in a real mess.
Yeah,
I completely agree.
Mate.
I completely agree.
Ginan, thank you very much for your call, mate. Really appreciate that.
All right.
Cheers, mate.
Yes.
Yes,
I think
yes.
a lot
Keep
of people.
calls coming
I
thick
feel
and fast.
if we don't beat Tottenham, I feel like we could have a bit of a meltdown. I feel like I think it's sad, but I feel that already we're at that point of the season where if we don't win this game against Tottenham, we could be really struggling. You know what I mean? To get this league victory. And some people might be again saying it's too soon. But I always think that you can only lose 5 games and draw 5 games. If you look at the previous Premier League tables, you very rarely win the league if you lose more than 5 and draw more than 5. And we've already drawn, 3? Drawn 3, lost 1 or something like that? I'm not sure. But basically, we're very close to that limit. And we've got to start getting these... You know, what we've got to start doing first is scoring goals.
Yeah, we need that free-flowing football again. You know what I mean? That free attacking football that we used to see all the time. It just seems to be... We seem to be like a lot of people said, we seem to be very much a one-half team at the moment, even when we're playing really well. The second half never seem to be as good as the first one. We always seem to drop off a little bit. Harley MCFC before was saying that we never read out the chat anymore. It's, for people that want to know why we aren't reading the chat out as much on this kind of live stream, it's because we try to focus on the calls and get the calls through thick and fast. That is the only reason that we don't really chat out that much on here. You just... That's it, isn't it? Are you ready for the next call, by the way, bro?
Ready.
Next caller is someone that we spoke to before, quite a lot actually. I think we played FIFA with him once before as well. Is Nugsy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure we played FIFA with Nugsy before on the Discord. Anyway, yeah, I'll get Nugsy in now. Yes, Nugsy.
Nugsy, are you there, Nugsy?
Need to unmute the mic.
Can we get a Nugsy, please?
Unmute the mic with the mic. Who's side?
One sec, lads.
There he is.
There he is.
Can you hear me all right?
Yes. How you doing, mate?
I'm all right. I mean, I'm a bit annoyed we didn't win that game, to be honest. Because...
Oh.
Nugsy still there, mate?
Yeah.
Oh, he's still there.
Yeah, what do you think mainly went wrong? How come we didn't win the game? What would you, if you had to say one thing that went wrong today, what would you say? Other than the penalty, obviously.
Well, obviously, the penalty miss, but I don't... There was a lot of poor... I don't think Liverpool much better than us, to be honest, but there was a lot of the passing rate. We gave away a lot of balls. Attacking... We didn't make too many chances. I mean, we had a really good one that Jesus missed. I mean, that goes in. It's a different game. But we didn't make enough chances for me.
Yeah.
Either.
I agree. I mean, I don't know. I keep saying this, right? But you want to go and have a look at our goals for... What is it? 10 goals we've scored in 7 matches. That's so bad.
Yeah, that's bad compared to recent years.
Yeah, but I mean, pretty standard for us now to be getting like 100 goals a season. I mean, we're way off the pace here. And yes, we've had our striker injuries, but you've still got quality football. You've still got De Bruyne, you've still got Sterling, you've had Ferran Torres.
Yeah.
I mean, something fundamental is not right here, and I don't know what it is. I don't know how to put a finger on it, but... You know, we're dropping points left, right and centre here, and at some point it's going to be the end. And Tottenham, I feel that Tottenham could be even harder because Mourinho's going to have his players fired up, innit, mate?
They're looking good as well, Tottenham, this season. I honestly think we could probably lose that game if we don't sort of stuff out. And as well, I don't know what went on. Like, why didn't Guardiola bring Foden on? I don't understand.
Yeah.
He subbed Bernardo on, and then that was about 60th minute. He should have brought Foden on so much earlier, even for De Bruyne or Sterling, because they weren't having good games. He looks like he's coming on, and then he never does come on.
Yeah, I know. Sterling looked like he was tired, especially when he got to about 70 minutes or something like that. Sterling looked knackered, you know what I mean? And I just feel as well we properly missed a trick there because James Milner had just come on. Who, by the way, he's decent, but he's also pretty old now. And if we just brought someone on with a little bit of pace, a little bit of fresh legs, I think we could have properly exposed
that bit. Yeah.
We didn't even try. And I completely agree, Nugsy, mate. I think Foden should have come on at some point during the game and tried to like push us forward, you know, a little bit. I don't think we had to go full Hail Mary, but at least change it up, try something different. Oh, Nugsy, I want to get your opinion on Kevin as well because, you know, I think something's not right. I'm not sure what it is, but for me, I just think he's a bit off the boil.
I hope it says Nugsy speaking, but I can't hear him.
Oh, we lost Nugsy. I think we've lost him. I think we've lost him, bro.
Yeah, it says speaking, but we can't hear him.
I've lost him. Guys, chat, what do you think? Has Kevin gone off the boil? And what do we do to try and get him back into some sort of form? I'm not sure what we can do, you know what I mean? I think we're going to go through this thing again, where do we try and play him into form? Do we take him out, give him a rest? I don't know. Obviously, it's international break again. He's probably going to play for Belgium, which is a bit gutting, but I don't know, guys. It's just, there's a lot of things that just aren't quite clicking at the moment, and we need to fix it quick. Otherwise, we'll find ourselves out of this title race. People keep on saying, like, oh, you know what I mean? It's not too bad. You know, other teams are dropping points. We've got a game in hand. We've got this, we've got that. And it's just like, at some point, people are going to have to stop making excuses, and the team are just going to have to start actually winning football matches, because we're drawing far too many. You know what I mean? Far too many. And this is what played Arsenal in it the other week and got the win. But we played against Liverpool today, who, by the way, I didn't think looked that great today. Yes, they do cause you a lot of problems, and yes, you know, they dive about, but I didn't think they looked that great. They were there for the taking. And now we've got Tottenham. I think Tottenham, guys, is actually going to be a harder game, personally. And I'm just like, I just feel like it's coming to that boiling point. And if we don't beat Tottenham, for me, I just don't see how we come back. And I don't think Aguero, people keep saying, don't worry, Aguero's back. Aguero, in my opinion, will take 3 or 4 football matches.
It takes him 3 or 4 games to get into the run of things.
So it's going to be a tricky one. But let's move on. Let's move on to the next caller. Who we got, Bray?
Next caller is Rusty from LA. He is the next caller. I'll drag him in now. Yes, Rusty from LA. How you doing? I think Rusty's listening to us on the TV there. You can hear it.
Yes, Rusty from LA. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can
hear you. Can hear you. You need to listen to us on Discord though, not on the TV, innit?
Yeah, I just put it on mute right now.
Oh yeah, buzzing.
Yeah. How are you doing, mate? You okay?
I'm doing well. How you guys holding up after that?
Well, I'm a little bit. I don't know. I went through mixed emotions. Like before the game, I was like, "This is a must-win game," and then when it got to like the 80th minute, I was sort of backing off and saying, "I know a draw isn't great, but if we lose a game, in my opinion, it's
terrible.
We're in a really bad situation there." But now the game's finished, I'm back in the situation where I feel like we needed to win that match. What do you think?
I mean, well, I got 3 points that I want to make specifically. One is he left Mahrez out because of squad rotation. That were the reasons why, right? So he leaves out Mahrez, but yet he only uses 1 sub throughout the entire match. Come on, if you're going to inject energy into this game, you got to use your subs. You want to keep, as you just noted, you want to keep them fresh. Sterling looked knackered especially around that 70th minute. He looked knackered. You got to throw some pace, some energy into that, and you throw Foden on. But you leave Mahrez off. Like, what's the point of not using your subs? You only use Bernardo. There's no energy from that. The second point I want to make is I don't think either one of the penalties were really actual penalties. I mean, it's obvious that Mane dived. Ridiculous. I'm sorry, truly ridiculous that he dived. Walker touched him, but he didn't pull him. The legs actually never made contact, right? And Joe Gomez, I mean, what can you do? He's in stride. You can't really pull your arm back. So, from my opinion, I don't think either one of those penalties were actually were deserved. And then the last point I want to make is people are getting on Walker, but Walker actually had a fucking mint game. He went in there and put in tackles after tackles. He gave Mane no shit after that, right? I mean, he made them know that Walker was there. He wasn't going to let him get past him again. He wasn't going to give up any possession. He gave him a little physical touch to let him know that we're in the game and we're not here to be bullied around. And I think that's what. And Ruben and Laporte both had mint games. They didn't get an open play goal. So I think our defense is well off, and we're going to do well. I mean, those are the 3 things I know out of this game. But, you know, what are your takes on that?
I think you made some interesting points there. I think that, now you say it, I think Walker had an interesting game. I think, again, I say it all the time, but he just needs to stay as far away as possible from our attacking threat, because he just gives the ball away and he leaves us exposed defensively. Defensively, I think he did all right. I think he did get absolutely done for the penalty. You know, he went in and then Mane spun him. And yes, there was contact with Mane. Was it enough to make him go down? No. But should Walker really have gone anywhere near him? I think once you've been done like that, Mane's goal side, I don't think you can touch him. Our penalty, I'm not sure. I get what you're saying. No, he's in stride, but I don't know. The referees looked at it on the monitor and he said it's a pen. But our defence is looking very, very good, and that's the only saving grace.
Yeah, it is looking good. Diaz looked really good today.
Yeah, because at the moment we're not scoring goals, and if our defence, I tell you what, and I know this isn't happening, right? But just imagine if we had the attack of this year and the defence of last year, then we would be in the mud. We'd be seriously struggling. But no, I think you make some fair points there, mate. Have you got anything else to say, or are they just do 3 points?
I think those 3 points are really the highlight. But like you guys know, games for taking, and it's really our fault because we had a great open play goal. I mean, Gabby's goal was fucking mint. I mean, that was beautiful, and that's what we need more of. We just don't have that right now. And when you got, and I know a lot of people are knackered that KDB didn't have a great game, but the way I see it is when you're playing this double pivot and you have Okai and Rodri not able to actually move the ball forward, there's a disconnect between Kevin and this double pivot. Whereas like somebody like Bernardo would actually drive the ball a little bit forward and connect that defense to the front three and to Kevin's feet. And from that point on, I think we'll have a more fluid attack. But for most of our games, Pep has played this double pivot and it has not worked out and I think that's really why we're lacking the goals, because we're just having a disconnect in that midfield.
No,
I don't think it's our front three. I really don't.
Say, on that, I completely agree. And I've said this before, when you play the double pivot and play Kevin, you're basically saying it's on you, Kev. If you don't create
there's no help at all,
then nothing's happening. And I think, especially now when Kevin's not in free flow, you know what I mean? Everyone can see he's a little bit off the boil. That's poor. You either need to play one holding midfielder and play someone next to Kev, or I agree with what I'd do is play one holding midfielder and Bernardo can then assist a little bit with Kevin. He can drive forward and help Kevin out a little bit. I completely agree. And I think the two holding midfielders right now with Kevin, who's not quite at the races, I think I don't think it's working, and you're absolutely right. That's why we're not really creating much. We're not scoring goals, and we need to score goals quick. Otherwise, this league is gonna run away from us. I think that's a great call. Thanks a lot, bud.
Yeah, that is a
hey,
great
man,
call.
You guys take care, and I love the content, y'all.
Yeah, man. Cheers. Thank you very much. Love that. That was a good call, wasn't it? Russ from I think that's the first time call. That.
Yeah.
I think it's the first time call. I'm not sure what his YouTube name is.
I think it's NBA TV.
Is it? Oh yeah, that'd make sense. From LA, yes. NBA TV, yes, buzzing. Love that. That's sick. That was a really good call, that
was a good call. I want to quick mention, guys are asking how to get involved in it. All you have to do is become an extra club member. Link is in the description. Join the Discord server. The link is in the community tab, and go to the waiting room. We're flying through these calls, guys, so the queues come down. There's only 4 people in it now, so you will get on if you join the extra club and get in the Discord server. If you're already an extra club and you were thinking, oh, should I come on or not? Get in. There's only 4 people there, so you'll be getting on pretty soon. But I think that was a really good call, to be fair. The Mane thing, look, was it a dive? I think we need to understand what is a dive and what is not a dive. For me, in my view, and this ain't right, I'm not saying this is football rule, this is just my opinion. A dive is where there's completely no contact.
Pure simulation.
And he goes down. For me, that's a dive. What Mane did, in my opinion, was he felt contact and then he went down. Still not a penalty, but he's felt contact and he's gone down. It's not a penalty in my opinion. Kyle Walker's contact does not make Mane go down. However, 2 things. 1, Kyle Walker, in my opinion, should not be touching Mane. He's completely lost him. He's got done by Mane. I'm afraid Kyle, you just got to let Mane go.
You got murked,
stand off him.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we need the football has to have a serious look at players like Mane and Salah who continually fall on the ground
because they over exaggerate touches, don't it? You know what I mean? The way that he goes down, you'd think he'd just been punched or shot or something, not a brush across the back here.
Yeah, people are divided on it. Darius says exaggerating, but it is a pen. To be honest, I'm of the opinion that is it a penalty? I don't think it is because the contact isn't enough to make him go down. However, Kyle Walker is stupid for putting his hand on him, and therefore you can't really say anything about it. And I'm not complaining at the fact. I'm more complaining at Kyle Walker for touching Mane in the first place because you should just let him go. But hey, that's football, isn't it? Right, are we ready for the next call, Brie?
Yes. Next call we have Ziv Halivna. I'll get him in now. Hang on. Yes.
And we got Ziv.
How's it? What you doing, mate?
I'm good.
What you?
How are you?
Good man. So like I said before. What are your thoughts on the game?
I think one thing that needs to be mentioned is Cancelo was a beast.
Oh,
was a
yes,
fucking beast
yes.
today. He was so good. He literally put Salah in his pocket.
Yeah. He pocketed Salah. I said it in the game, and I thought I would have jinxed it, but he was actually insane today, Cancelo. I'm so glad we played him. And for me, the guy's our first choice left back, 100%.
The thing is about Kevin De Bruyne, I think, is how we call. He is playing every single game, and I think it's so hard for him to keep consistency when you play like 2 games a week every time. And after that, if I remember right, before this game he had like 5 assists in his last 3 games. So he's not in bad form, but I think he's getting tired.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, right? And I know the thing is, what Kevin De Bruyne is a freak, right? He's one of the best footballers in world football. So even when he looks off the boil, he'll still get assists. But I ask you this, right? Ziv. In my opinion, a lot of these players are burnt out. Yeah, Mahrez included. I think Kevin as well. But then he played Kevin against Olympiacos, which, to be honest, we probably could have got away without playing him. You know what I mean? Now, we did sub him off, but for me, again, I think that we could have got away with Olympiacos. We already was on 6 points. There was 4 more football matches to play in the Champions League. Did we really need to play Kevin in that match? Why didn't we rest him there when we knew that we had a massive game? Liverpool is more important than Olympiacos on match day 3 when you've won your previous 2 match days. You know what I mean? Do you not think he could have given him a rest, Ziv, against Olympiacos? Oh, Ziv, are you still there?
Ziv?
I think we've lost.
Oh, is that?
Ziv, are you there, bro?
Okay. I think Foden deserve way more minutes. I think he's not. Everyone still treat him as the kid of the club, but I think he's being absolutely dominant when he plays. And you saw. I think it was in Porto game. Cancelo, Foden, and Torres on the left side was so good. 5 minutes in, and they already scored a goal. I think Cancelo and Sterling just don't go good together. I just think their combination is not good. And every time when we start a play, we start on the right, and then we straight go to the left. Our right side, the reason Ferran didn't got many chances because we never play the right side. We never play it.
I think for me, with the whole Foden thing, look at the amount of times where Foden's come on as a sub and made such a big impact. It could have been the same again today. It could have been that same thing, innit? Like Foden could have come on today, made a big impact. He's come on in important games for us and done bits. We said at one point that this guy should be starting every single game.
I think we're going into a situation of literally do or die. We need to do something. And versus Liverpool, that in the second half, Liverpool were nowhere. They were a mess. They did nothing. And I think this is the point when you need to say, okay, I'm going for the win here. Our defense is good. We need the win. I'm going to take, I think in the second half, Gundogan was kind of alright. Rodri was... I didn't see him enough. I would have put Rodri out, put Foden in, and just tries to go forward as much as I could. Because the Gomez Matip, I think it was, the combo, was so bad. And we could have easily got 2 more goals, I think.
I don't think we exposed the Gomez. Gomez is a good defender. I actually really like Gomez. But I don't think we exposed the Gomez-Matip partnership as much as what we should have. Yeah, which is disappointing, really, coming off that. But then it goes back. It goes back to what Rusty was saying, that we didn't have the transition from defense to attack. The midfield seemed to be non-existent for a lot of the game. There was no like transitional play that we could see like a good flow of football.
I wrote in chat in the middle of the game. I think we lack speed, pace in the midfield. We
Yeah.
don't have enough pace in the midfield.
We don't have that Fernandinho player anymore with the pace. You know what I mean? Getting about, mopping up in that midfield because we've got Rodri and Gundo, pretty slow players, and that exposes in the first 5 minutes. You could see that, but if we could,
You have, if I'm not wrong, Kimmich in Bayern. He's playing in the midfield, and you can see every time he attacks, he's just running so fast. And if we had today a player like Kimmich, I think we would have won that, and they wouldn't even scored one goal.
oh, okay. So if you couldn't go for Kimmich, because I feel like the guy's destined to stay at Bayern, who's your next pick?
That's tough. The thing is, I don't know really that many fast midfielders. I don't. I think Goretzka, also from Bayern, could be a good signing.
Yeah,
And I
a
don't
lot
think
of people shout Zakaria.
Mm-hmm. We've been leaked with some midfielder. I don't remember from where. I think from Bundesliga.
Yeah, I think that's him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw some of his plays. He's good. He's very good. But I think we have the tools, even in the youth. I think there are players like Doyle who can come in and show what they've got. I think players like Rodri think they have a spot. That's it. They have a spot in the starting 11, and they don't really need to make that effort. And if you put a player like even Doyle, and you see him running 90 minutes, not stopping, player needs to understand that their place is not safe.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I think we do need to look for a bit of a change in that midfield. That's a great call. Thanks a lot, Ziv.
Cheers, Ziv.
Thank you. See ya.
See you later.
That was a good call. That
That was
I agree.
a very good call.
I think the main highlight from today, right, for me is, well, there's a few. First of all, again, our defence, guys, he's looking decent. It is looking good. That is a massive positive to take from today and the last couple of games. Our defence is looking really, really good. So that's good news. 2, the Rodri and Gundogan combination can only be played in extreme games, right? In certain matches which fit the criteria, right? And today did not fit that criteria. And I think we do have a massive problem at scoring goals. Just look at the league table and look at the goals scored. That will tell you. And yes, Aguero's back, great. When Aguero came back last time, he didn't look good. He didn't look good at all. He looked like he was miles off the pace. So it's probably going to take him quite a number of football matches until he's at the top level. And the problem is, guys, time. We need to give Aguero time, right? To get to top level. We might have to give Kevin time to get back to the top level. But do we have the time?
That's
I mean,
it. That's
it's
it.
Inception, innit?
Time's running out.
It's Inception, guys.
Tick tock.
You know, the watch is on, and I'm like, time's running out here. There's only so many games before we're out of this. But another great call from Ziv. Guys, I'm liking the calls today.
Yeah, these are good calls. These are good calls. I always knew that if it was a draw or a loss, we'd get some good calls on. You know what I mean? Because it's not all. Everyone has different opinions. We have 2 new extra club members: Mario Ballesteros and Salah Sadiq, both tier 1 members. Get yourselves to the community tab on YouTube. Get the Discord link that's there, and become join the Discord and get in that waiting room to jump on the call.
Yeah, they say Brad Davenport doesn't feel that we've got the time. I'm struggling, guys, with the time here. I think we're in a bad place, and we need to beat Tottenham. You know what I mean? We beat Tottenham. It's still not all rosy. That's just the beginning. We need to then put a run together. We need to go on a run now. That's simple as that.
Can I just say, right? If you're City now and you look at the way that we're playing, everyone's crying out for a fast-paced midfielder who. Like kind of like a Fernandinho kind of role. When we saw Rodri and Fernandinho play together, they played really well together because they're 2 different kinds of midfielder. Where Gundo or Rodri is just the same and it's slow. Are you gonna dip into the market in January? Maybe.
I think we 100% have to go into the market.
So is Zakaria think we can go for him? I think we can go for him.
Well, the problem is I don't really know this guy. I don't know if he's good or not. I don't know. There'll be some people here who obviously watch a lot of Bundesliga, so we'll have to see. But we have to go into the transfer market, you know, and get someone slightly different. You know, for me, we need like a Tommy Doyle, but a Tommy Doyle a couple of years older. I think, is it a little bit too soon? Is it a bit too soon for Tommy Doyle? I don't know.
It could be too soon. That's the thing. It could be too soon.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Let's
Next
move on
caller.
to the next call. The waiting queue went down, and now it's grown again. So yeah, we got calls coming, and who we got next, Bray?
Next up, we have Spencer.
Spencer. I think we spoke to Spencer before.
Yeah, I think it was Spencer last week.
Right. Okay. Let's go.
Yes, Spencer. How you doing, mate?
Hey boys, yes. How
you
are you?
doing? I'm good, man. I say good, didn't it? But
Yeah, right. First thought, couple thoughts, and it all has to do with our attack and our creativity. Our lack of creativity today was, I mean, yes, we had those few chances. Yes, we had the Jesus header. Yes, we had, but Sterling's lack of creativity from the wing in terms of creating opportunities for others. There are a couple times he gets into the box, and it's almost as if he holds the ball up, allows 4 Liverpool defenders to basically come in and take it from him with no chance ever created, right? And the fact that we didn't bring in Foden into the game, how many times did we hear Pep throughout the entire, I guess you'd say 2-month offseason, whatever, but tab Phil Foden as the David Silva replacement, right? And I was totally okay with him not starting today. I was totally okay with the Ferran and Jesus partnership.
yeah, same.
The way Ferran's been playing, great, love it. But when he's not creating chances, you need to go to the player that you've tabbed as the creator, right? Like you've tabbed him as the next person to come in and create, right? And then we don't do that. And that was again frustrating because you could have brought Foden in for 3 or 4 different players today, and he would have given you that boost. And it's not. And yes, he had a rough second half against Olympiacos before he was pulled, but again, like he's not going to kill you defensively. He's going to bring you energy and pace. And like you guys said, whether it was for Sterling, whether it was for Torres, whether it was for one of our defensive mids, like he would have given us that boost. And especially when it wasn't like Liverpool was really threatening our defense the entire second half, and just frustrating to watch.
I feel like it was a shame that we didn't bring someone in the second half. I know we brought Bernardo on, but when they brought James, like Lewis said before, when they brought James Milner on, we should have been looking at Sterling there, thinking, right, Sterling's knackered. Let's get Foden on. He can create something. You know what? He creates these chances in big moments in games, and he has done this season. And I feel like he could have made that difference. It could have been a shout to get Foden on. And like you said, Pep's labelled this guy as the next thing after David Silva, but we've never actually seen him play that role. Like it's never really been his thing. He's usually on the wing, and I feel like if he's not the next David Silva, then we need another David Silva. We need to replace the players. We can't be going with like company and that and the left back situation and not getting players in their positions. I feel like we did miss a trick and not exposing them at the back enough, especially when James Milner came on.
Well, and today our second best creator today was Cancelo, and you can even argue he was better than Kev at times, right? Like,
yeah,
he obviously was great defensively, but he was just pure class today going forward as well. And I don't know about you guys, but we talked about it last week after the Sheffield match, how we would like to see Mahrez come off the bench because of what he creates, right? And I remember a video you guys brought up a few weeks ago. I think it was a specific video you did specifically talking about Mahrez and should he be dropped and all this stuff. And Sam Lee's specific tweet that you guys used was talking about how he's our second best creator behind Kev, our second best. Yeah. And yes, there was frustration leading into Olympiacos, but then Olympiacos, he was great. And I don't know what happened today. I'm sure you guys will know soon, but I think like it gave me a much greater appreciation for him because there were so many times where it's like, some of the passes he made in Olympiacos would have led to goals today type of things, you know, our lack of creativity from our wingers that we just didn't see. Mahrez is going to have to be that guy going forward because I don't know Bernardo. You can't put Bernardo in at the wing and have him create like that. He's much more especially for whatever form he's in right now is wreaking havoc on the midfield. That's his best role, not a creative from the right wing position.
Yeah, I agree. I just go back to the fact that I think in that last 15 minutes, I think if any team was going to win it, it was us, and we didn't. we didn't make the move. And during the game, yeah, I was sort of like, should we go for it? I'm not sure. But, you know, at the end of the day, Foden was there. James Milner had just come on at right back. We should have 100% took off Sterling at the end of that game and give Foden a chance. And just said to Foden, you just run at Milner and go past him because the guy's slow, you know what I mean? And just tried something, and it's a little bit disappointing that we've come away from it thinking, what if, you know what I mean? And I always think, I don't like that. I don't like the fact that we had an actual chance to try and create, and we just didn't. And again, Mahrez, nobody knows currently, I don't believe, you know, I've not been on Twitter or anything, but I've not heard of why he wasn't in the squad at all. I think that we could have at least give him a chance off the bench, you know what I mean? Again, last couple of minutes to see what he could do. But I'm sure we'll hear something in the next couple of days. But that's a great call, Spencer. Thanks a lot for ringing in, mate.
Yep, thanks, boys.
Cheers, mate.
I'm wondering what's going on here with Mahrez, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not be in the squad at all.
It's weird that, and then just to put it down as squad rotation as well, not even an injury. That's a weird one. That I'm not sure about that. Do you want to go right straight into the next call?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Next we've got Alex B. Not sure if this is
I think this is Alex Birch, yeah, a fellow Man City YouTuber, I believe. I think this is him. Otherwise, there's another Alex B we've got.
No, there could be another Alex B in the house. Yes, Alex, how you doing?
Hello, I'm good, guys. How are you?
Good, mate.
Everyone keeps on asking how I am, and I can't describe how I am because it's a situation where I'm like, I don't know if I'm annoyed, disappointed, satisfied, relieved. I have no idea. You know what I mean? How are you feeling, bro?
Going into the game, I'd have definitely taken a point, to be honest. But I feel like it's 2 points dropped. I feel like they were there for the taking today.
Yeah, I agree. I think before the game, I was saying we got to win, we should win, and I come away from the game thinking, I think if I had to sum it up, and this might not make sense, we should have won, but I think I just sort of take a point. I don't know, but I don't know.
Yeah. Because I'm in that boat in the sense that a loss would have killed me. It would have killed me to lose that game. So that's why I could have taken a draw, but we should have won. I mean.
Yeah, it's a bit of a weird one. How are you feeling about this Spurs game coming up now after international break? Because no doubt we will probably get some players injured because that's the team we are. But for me, this is a massive, massive game against Spurs. I actually think it's going to be a harder game.
Yeah, I think it's a must win. I think going into Liverpool and Tottenham, I'd have said 4 points is what you need. And if you get 4 points from those two, probably still in the title challenge. Ideally, we would have won today, but I think the Spurs game you're right is going to be difficult. Kane, Son, Bale, I think are going to be a challenge. Although our defence is much improved now, I do back them to slow them down. To be fair, at the moment.
Well, I completely agree. And this is what I say, right? If you're at home now, right, guys, if you're at home and you're gutted, you're fuming, some people might even be pep out, which I believe is a little bit premature, but you might be, and that's fine. All I'd say is our defence is looking good, but on the flip side, our attack is looking kind of trash right now, and that is at the end of the day, you know, our defence is good, right, and that's good. That's a good foundation for us to kick on and try and, you know, get some points. However, at the end of the day, you still need to win games, and we need to score goals. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's a little bit of a problem.
Why can't we have everyone doing mint at the same time?
Yeah, I mean, having a full fit squad would be a nice start.
That's a good start. Yeah. Alex, do you think that Tottenham is now a must win?
I think it is. I think if we draw that, we go 7 points behind Liverpool with a game in hand. Yeah, that's probably too much, I reckon. If we drop points there, so yeah, I think it is must win.
It's a crazy season. It's a crazy season. I can't believe it feels like it's only just started, but it also feels like I've been watching this football for ages now.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, right, I say this again, right, we were 11th, yeah, and this is why I've been more fuming at the previous games, Leeds, West Ham, when we've dropped points. And the reason I was fuming is because I was looking at the fixtures ahead, and some people were saying, oh, it's not that bad, don't worry about it, it's only our fourth game, you know what I mean, it's taking it. But then I was looking at our fixtures going, we have Liverpool and Spurs in 2 games, and there's a very real possibility that we could have lost both of them games. So we needed to build up a bit of a buffer on the points. We needed to be able to go into the Liverpool game today thinking, even if we get beat, it's all chill, you know what I mean? We're still up there. But we're 11th. And our next game is against Tottenham, who, by the way, are currently second Yeah, second. They've scored 19, conceded
They've
9.
scored 19 goals.
They've conceded only 9. Scored 19. They're looking very, very good at the moment. Unbeaten in the last 5. I'm telling you now, I believe that game's going to be harder than today. I think we're going to struggle, man. But at the same time, I think we've got a better chance of beating Spurs. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Does it make sense?
Kind of. Yeah. Kind of more difficult
Yeah.
game, but we've got a better chance of beating them because we never beat Liverpool.
Yeah. It's a bit of a
Not
weird
very
one.
good against Mourinho sides either, were we really?
Oh,
I know. I you know what? I've been started watching that All or Nothing. You know the Tottenham version.
Tottenham one, yeah,
and,
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I just watched the episode where they played us, and I was at the game actually, and it's
oh, you drove down it.
yeah, it's just disgusting. It's disgusting to watch us get beat off them, and you can see why he's a good manager and why he gets teams riled up, because in the dressing room he was harping on about us. You know what I mean? Saying loads of stuff, riling his players up, and you got to say the second half performance from them that day was insane, and they're second. And he's basically saying you beat City in that game, and they're properly on for the title. You know what I mean? They'll probably be favourites if Liverpool probably be favourites if he beats us.
Credit to him getting in.
And we're here fighting for a Europa League spot, man. It's crazy. Thanks a lot for the call, Alex. So man, much appreciated.
See ya in a bit.
Cheers, mate.
That was a good call. Good call from Alex. I'm
another
pretty
good
sure
call
that
from
was
Alex.
Alex Birch. Yeah, check out his YouTube channel, guys. But guys, man, who fancies a trip to Kazakhstan, man? Because it's happening next year. I'm telling you now, because we're fighting for Europa League. It's disgusting. Disgusting.
Disgusting.
Right, Jordan gets the next call. For those that have just joined, if you want to come on the calls, become an extra club member. The link is in the description. It's in the chat as well. And then go into the Discord server, get yourself in the waiting room. There's not a massive waiting room right now, so you should be able to get on.
By the way, see one stat there. Last season we had 46 shots against Spurs. They had 5. They scored 4, and we scored 2. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
Are we right? Does this happen to other football clubs? I'm being deadly serious.
I don't know.
Other football clubs, that doesn't happen to other football clubs, man. Disgusting.
It's wild. It's wild. Right. Next up, we have a new extra club member coming on, which is Mario. I'll get Mario in the chat now. I think this is the first time in it, so I feel like people. I think people get used to this new format that we're doing, but I think it's good. Right. So get Mario on, new extra club member. Love that. Hi Mario, how you doing, mate? Hello.
Oh yeah.
Hi mate. You alright?
Yeah, I'm fine. How about you?
Good man. What are your thoughts on the game?
Well, just as you said, it's kind of disappointing.
Yeah, man.
Many players had a good game. I think Cancelo's game was his best game at City.
Yeah.
Maybe till today. But Gundogan was atrocious. Rodri was lost in the game, and he felt so slow. You know what I mean? We didn't have control of the match. We couldn't control the match until the end of the first 45 minutes. After that, they gave us the ball. And that was frustrating because we could have scored many goals. We could have scored a lot of goals. And that's one of our biggest issues. We haven't scored. We are not scoring any goals this season. City is known for being the team that scores the most goals every single year. I mean, at least in the Premier League. How are we not scoring those? Okay,
it's strange,
okay,
isn't it?
uh-huh.
It's strange.
What do we need to do then? What do we need to change? What needs to change, Mario, for us to score more goals? Because we're not scoring goals. So what do we need to do? Do we need to buy a new striker? Do we need to change the system? What's the solution here?
I think Pep knows, but he has to figure it out because at least we have 2 great strikers. We have Jesus, who has been really good these last matches. We need Aguero. We obviously need Aguero because he's our greatest goal scorer, and he's maybe one of the best players alongside Kevin, alongside maybe Laporte or maybe Ederson. But I don't really know what do we need. We are slow in the game. Our game is slow. We are playing really, really slow, and that is, I don't know, that's infuriating. City's playing in a way that is not enjoyable, and they are not attacking the way we used to do. I don't know if we need Pep. I don't know if Pep needs to get sacked. I don't know what we need right now, but it is a really worrying situation because in Champions League, yeah, we're fine, but we're playing against Olympiacos. We're playing against Marseille, and don't get me wrong, they are good teams, but they are not on City's level. They have not spent what we have spent They have not the quality of our players, and I'm really worried about it because if we keep playing like this, if we keep okay, we haven't lost a lot in this season. Yeah, cool. We have won 3 matches and we have tied a lot of other matches, and that's not good. I mean, we only have how many points do we have? 13, 12? We are not
10.
We are 11th place. 10. Oh my god.
That's disgusting.
Oh my god.
It's 10. It's 10 in 7 games. 10 goals, 7 games.
No, how many
We
points?
haven't been.
Points. 12.
Oh yeah, we have 12 points. 12 points.
Yeah, 12 points. I mean, we have never had more than. I mean, we have never had less than 12 or 13 points since 2012. In 2012, we have been consistent in winning our first 4 games and winning all the way down. That shouldn't be happening. I think every Premier League club, or I mean, almost every Premier League club has figured out Pep's style, And Pep is becoming predictable in being unpredictable. Does that make any sense?
I think it makes perfect sense, mate.
Yeah. No,
I completely agree that if we played this style of football for 4 or 5 years, teams are going to start to understand how we play, and every time we lose, every time we draw, managers will watch them games and
pick up on it. They pick up on it and see where the weaknesses are.
Yeah, exactly. So I completely agree, mate. Mario, I think that was a great call, and it's it highlights the difficulties, right? But we don't know what's wrong, innit? Nobody knows. This is the problem. And to be fair, Pep might be in the same situation. He might be in training going, watching players score goal after goal after goal after goal, and then when we play a match, no goals, and he's like, I don't know what's happening. Who knows? But yeah, great call. Thanks a lot for calling in, Mario.
Can I say something more?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think that the scoring part is like a psychological thing. We have been through a lot of disappointments season after season after season, mostly in the Champions League, and maybe that has taken a big toll on our players. They just feel like they are not capable of doing things. They get nervous. They think, oh, what if I miss? What if I don't? But that thought of what if I miss makes them not taking any chances, not taking risks. We need to take risks in order to win, because if we don't, we're gonna get scored on by other teams that do take risks, and we are having a hard time scoring goals. Mostly because of that, and I don't know, we need to get better, and also we need to rest a lot of players. Many players have played minute after minute after minute after minute, and they're not machines. I mean, they are machines, they're great players, but they're humans after all. They get tired, they can get injured, and they need some rest too.
Yeah, I completely agree.
100%.
Mario, great call, mate. Make sure you phone in again. Thanks a lot for the call, buddy.
Bye.
Cheers.
I think that was a great call. And the thing is, I completely agree with him, right? We're in a situation now where our best players need to play because we're in a situation where we have to win the next game. But our best players probably need a rest. I tell you what.
Ain't no rest for the wicked.
We're at this point, guys, where two things are coming towards each other.
Bottlenecking, bro.
And exhaustion. And I think at some point, form's sort of like this, exhaustion's going like this, and it's just a boom.
Kyle Walker is fronting that train.
Yeah, and it's incredible, guys. But again, we're struggling to score goals, guys. And I said this on the live stream, but some of you might not have been there. These are all the teams that have scored more goals than us this year. Leicester, Tottenham, Liverpool, Southampton, Chelsea, Aston Villa, Everton, Crystal Palace, West Ham, Man United, Leeds, Brighton.
Brighton? Scored more goals than us?
Yeah. Now, I ask you this question, guys. If Aguero and Jesus would have been fit for the full season, do you think that would have changed? I don't know. I'm just asking the question. Because if it is, and you believe that, yes, we would have scored a lot more goals had they been in the side, then maybe we can chill out and maybe we can calm down and think, well, once Gabby's back to full fitness, once Aguero's back to full fitness, we'll be all right. The problem is will we have enough time? Will we still be in the race by the time they get fit? You know what I mean? This is the question. If the answer to that question you think is yes, we'll be fine, then there's nothing to worry about. If the answer to that question is no, then we need to panic mode, innit?
Panic mode. Darius saying, can't tell if he's in the waiting room properly. Yes, you are in the waiting room properly. Should we go for the next call, bro?
Let's go.
Just setting that up now. Whilst I'm setting that up, by the way, we have a new tier 3 member, Nico's Chocos.
Nico's Choco, that's a sick name.
That is a sick name. Is that ice cream?
Nico's Chocos, yes. Nico's tier 3 member.
Tier 3 member. That is big. Go big or go home. Thanks for Mario put in there. Thanks for the call. Cheers for the call, Mario. That's sick. Definitely coming again, isn't it? Right. Next up, we have Salah, who's also a new member. New members coming in left, right, and centre. And so I'll drag Salah in now. That should work. Yes.
Salah, are you there, bro?
Microphone is muted. If you didn't know. Nico Chokos has put the love art in the chat. I love that.
Salah's unmuted his mic. Salah, can you hear us, mate?
Hey boys, how you doing?
Yes.
I'm you know what, mate? I'm calming it down a little bit, right? In my mind, I'm like, I don't know what needs to change, but I still believe that with the solid defence that I believe we're now starting to see, it's only a matter of time before the attack clicks. It surely has to be a matter of time, and once it does click, maybe we will be a force to be reckoned with. What do you think?
I don't even think it's an attack issue. I think this game's highlighted some structural issues in the midfield. To be honest, I really like Rodri, but I am questioning him a little bit because we thought he would come in essentially as the successor to Fernandinho, and I don't know. I just don't feel he has that same attacking sort of mindset where Fernandinho would come in and right away in possession and start a counter attack. Rodri kind of passes the ball along. And Gundogan does pretty much the same stuff. So either I think we need someone who can kind of come in like Bernardo Silva, who can kind of play that box to box type of role, help out the defense and help out the attack, or I don't know, man. I guess we have to wait for Aguero because this has been going on for a little too long now, and I think that the players are going to be disappointed because we were gifted with the Liverpool that weren't really on. I mean, to be honest, they didn't really trouble us that much. And we had possession, and we should have been a bit more clinical on the counterattack, to be honest. And, man, that De Bruyne miss was just... I couldn't believe that happened, man. I really couldn't believe that happened. It was just disappointing.
Yeah, I felt that kind of like disappointing. That sums up what everyone's kind of thinking, the disappointing part. I feel like everyone's one-word summary of it is disappointing. I don't even know how we fix that. For me, I agree with what you're saying. I feel like Rodri and Gundogan are both the exact same player. It's not working together with them two. We've seen it so many times. It doesn't work with them two. I'd love to see Rodri I'm happy for another set of defensive mid to play, but it can't be Gundogan. So that's what I mean. That's why I'm happy for us to go out and buy another set of defensive mid like Zakaria or something like that, or Zakaria. For me, the transition wasn't there from defense to attack, and I feel like we've seen that quite a few times. And like the midfield just seemed non-existent at times, and I go back to Foden, and Foden adds that driving pace like what KDB has. You look at Liverpool, they drive at our defence. We weren't getting any of that the other way round. But like you say, I think it was just a disappointing game, especially when like their back line was by the end of the game it was patched together. They had James Milner at right back and we didn't expose that.
Yeah, I agree. The thing on Rodri, right, for me is we need to understand what is it, right? For me, it's simply a Sergio Busquets number 2, 2.0. Yeah. Now, what is Busquets good at, right? He's good at sitting there, passing the ball left to right, doing the odd tactical foul. He doesn't start any attacks. He doesn't get involved in that. But at the same time, he's not running about slide tackling. And I feel that we're asking Rodri to do something that's not his game. You know what I mean? He needs to sit there, in my opinion, on his own in games where we will batter teams and just mop up, pass the ball, give it to Kevin or whoever else is there, yeah? And in big games, if he's going to play there, he needs to play next to someone who's fast. You know what I mean? Someone like a Fernandinho. Yeah. And obviously Fernandinho's injured / getting on anyway. I do agree with you, mate. I completely agree that I actually think that we do need someone else. That the midfield is structurally not right. But who that player is, I know there's been a lot of talks about Zakaria from Mönchengladbach. I've not seen him play football. Have you seen him play?
He's good. He's good. He's got a little bit of. He's got a bit of pace. He's got a bit of that, kind of dog mentality. I was thinking something like, I guess Douglas Costa. Maybe I'm correct. I'm not. I don't know. I think, do we have a buyback clause on him? I'm not sure. But he's a Premier League player. Yeah, Douglas Luiz. Sorry, Douglas Luiz.
We've said this a few times, haven't we?
Yeah, no. I've been following him a little bit for the last year or so, and I think he'd slot in really good. I think he'd be able to break up that play quick and either get it to a winger or Kevin to move the ball forward. But that's what we're missing. We're missing that ability to collect and quickly launch it forward for an attack. And I saw, a couple of years ago we were really good at that. Even last year we were doing it somewhat correct. But those direct balls into the box, we're missing that. And it's not going well for us. We're already 11th. I'm really worried personally, but it is still early. We do have a game in hand. Hopefully the players see this as a bit of a wake up call and be like, okay, we need to move forward with this. Otherwise, there's going to be some questions. There's going to be some big questions.
I agree, man. I agree. It's a difficult one. I think in January, I think we got to spend money in January. It'd be interesting to see how much we spend and who we spend the money on. But that's a great call. Thanks a lot, Salah. Make sure you come on again, pal.
Thanks, boys. Yo, love the show. God bless you guys. Stay safe, eh?
Yeah, man. Thank you very much. You too, mate.
All right, boys. Take care.
Yeah, man.
I tell you what, bro, the calls have been on point. So people been spitting bars,
spitting bars for days. Stuart Smith, by the way, says Arsenal losing. That's wild. Simo, super chatted before, ex-club member, says we're in desperate need of a bad man striker. What qualifies as a bad man striker, Bray? Would you say Haaland is a bad man striker?
The only striker I want to see us linked with is Haaland.
Yes.
Or Haaland, as it's correctly pronounced.
To be fair, though, in that interview where he tells you how to pronounce his name, he says if you're not from Netherlands or wherever it is. Netherlands? Norway. I don't know why I said that. If you're not from Norway, you can say Haaland. He says you can say that, but the actual correct way in Norway is Haaland.
Yeah.
So he's your bad man striker.
He is my bad man striker, you know what I mean? And his release clause next season, not this season.
Yeah, it's not this season.
It's meant to be, 70 million?
Do you wait, though?
No, do you wait? No.
We go January.
Not January, no. But you go in the summer and you say to Dortmund, right, next season is a £70 million buyout clause. FYI, if you don't sort out his contract or something, I'm coming for him as soon as it's done. I'll tell you what I'll do. I give you 90 million now. Make a decision.
I think for me, in my brain, it says. But then I also feel like there will be a bidding war this summer.
No, that's what I mean. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I mean, like you say, 90 million. There'll be another team out there that are willing to offer more than that.
I promise you now. Well, we need to stop messing about. You know what I mean? Look at us. We've got one of the best strikers of all time in Sergio Aguero, who, guys, is on the decline. He's fading out due to injuries and age, etc., etc. We need to replace Aguero with the best up-and-coming player or the best striker in world football, because we will notice a difference. So we can mess about. If we want to go to League 2 in France and find someone there for £5 million who's the next big hotshot, then fair enough. But when it doesn't work out, fans will get on the board's case and be like, you've just lost the best striker that this club has ever had, and you've replaced him with someone who no one knows.
Yeah.
I see it all the time. City linked with this guy, and I'm like, who is this person? We need to understand and put some respect on Aguero's name when we're looking at transfers. Now, obviously, these links that we see, we don't know if they're real or not, and most of them probably aren't, but it's just a little bit frustrating, you know what I mean? We need the next big thing, and that guy is Haaland. He can score left foot, right foot, header. You know what I mean? And I tell you what, if we go in for him, he'll love to join us.
A lot of people say Raiola though. But for me, you just got to get over the Raiola situation. It's time to put that to bed.
It's one transfer, guys.
Just put it to bed.
And it's the best. He's going to be one of the best strikers, and you could argue that he is already one of the best strikers in world football.
For me, when I look at Haaland, I get Mbappe levels. It's the same vibes. So we've got to go get him. You know what I mean? The guy's everything. He's a City fan, pretty much. I mean, don't people say he's like a legit Leeds fan as well? Still though. I mean, the guy been pictured wearing when he wearing a Balotelli top in training one time. The 2012 one, which is madness. We need this. We need Haaland, the bad man striker.
He's not the only choice, by the way. It'd be my first choice. There are other choices, but I just think that when we go for someone, we need to pick someone who is legit, already at the top level. We can't be going for one of these prospects. You know what I mean? Gabby Jesus was our prospect, and that's fine. But look at how he's developed. You know what I mean? We bought Gabby Jesus as a prospect as the next, can he get to Aguero's level? Well, he's proving that he probably can't get quite up there. Is at a good level, but he's not going to be our starter, guys. Not in 2-3 years' time. So we can't go for a prospect. Lautaro Martinez, Haaland, there's probably 2 or 3 others that you can realistically consider. But guys, it's going to cost a lot of money. We might have to deal with people that we don't want to deal with. But if we don't deal with them and we don't spend the money, then we'll end up with someone who's a complete risk. So it's a difficult one. I get people have different opinions, but we do need to go and get someone in the summer, in my opinion. Right, are we ready for the next call, Brie?
Yes, ready for the next call. Next call, we have Hugh Murray. Didn't say Hugh Murray's raging before. Maybe it took a bit to calm down because he was in the waiting room before, but he backed out, innit? So I got Hugh Murray in the chat. Yes, Hugh, how are you doing?
Hugh.
Oh, he dropped out. Do you reckon he dropped out to unmute his mic? That's what he did last time, didn't he?
Possibly.
Maybe that means he's not ready. That means not ready? When people just keep like exiting.
Oh, he's unmuted.
Yeah, unmuted, there we go, buzzing. Yes, Hugh.
Can you hear me, yeah?
Yeah, how you doing, mate?
Yeah, not bad. A bit disappointed after that, not gonna lie.
I think you should spit your fire, Hugh. Go for it.
Okay, the first thing, I said it before the game in the Discord, was that Rodri and Gundo's not gonna work. We played 2 games in the last 2 weeks, Marseille and Sheffield United. It wasn't the prettiest football, but it was fast-paced. We looked like we were getting back to our old ways.
Yeah.
Then he brings back Rodri and Gundo, slows the whole shit back down. Sorry for cursing them. But he slows the whole thing back down. It's not worked out. It's not going to work out. I think I'm going to disagree with the last caller slightly on the Rodri thing. I think Rodri does what he's asked to do perfectly. But when you play someone exactly like him beside him, it's too much. It's too much of one thing, and it takes away from our attack, which we saw today. And when players like Kevin De Bruyne are having below a 7 out of 10, below a 6 out of 10, our attack's going to suffer hugely. And that's what happened today, essentially. De Bruyne didn't play well. Sterling didn't play well. Most of the team didn't play well, bar Cancelo, Diaz, and Ederson, maybe. And we suffered hugely in attack. Do you know what I mean? And that's it, really.
Yeah, I agree, man. This is what I'm saying about the Rodri and Gundogan situation. We needed to play Bernardo next to one of them, in my opinion, right? Because Bernardo can do the defensive work, right? What Gundogan did, right? If we're saying, right, Rodri's the guy who's going to start, so who do you pick next to him, Bernardo or Gundogan? In my opinion, Bernardo can pretty much do everything that Gundogan can do. There's very little that he can't do that Gundogan does, right? But what Bernardo does offer, he offers a little bit more energy, by the way, in there. But he can also join the attack. He can take the pressure off Kevin De Bruyne. Because I said it before earlier on in the stream, when Kevin De Bruyne is on that football pitch with that team, you're basically saying to him, you're the man who's creating. And if you don't create, then we're kind of screwed. Because the problem is when you play Sterling on the left-hand side, he's more of a goal scorer on the left. He mainly cuts inside and shoots, doesn't he, when he's on the left-hand side? Yeah. I think when you play him on the right, he offers more assists. And someone said it, I think, on the last against Olympiacos on the phone-in show there. He's more of a team player. He's more of a team player when he plays on the right-hand side. Why? Because he's not going to cut in and shoot with his left. So he gets in behind, he's more crossing, he tries to win more penalties, etc. And then Ferran Torres, I didn't think Ferran had a bad game. I just didn't think he did anything mint. Which, to be fair, for his first game against Liverpool, isn't the worst thing. What do we do, though, Hugh, mate? Where do we go from here?
Oh, that's a mad question, I think just to add to your point on Sterling on the right, we saw Bernardo come on the right-hand side later on in the game, obviously. And I thought had he or someone like Sterling been on the pitch on that right-hand side of the pitch for longer, they would have done a job in Andy Robertson. The left wasn't suiting Sterling tonight. I don't think he ran to the byline once. I think he was cutting in every time or going backwards every single time. When he should have run to the byline. I think had he maybe gone on the right-hand side and tried it on Andy Robertson, he would have taken him on better the way Bernardo was doing. And Bernardo, like we said a second ago, should have started. He brings the energy. He brings the flair, which we didn't have. It was too slow. The whole thing's too slow. We need more pace. We need a better striker than Jesus. His positional awareness today, I'm sorry, I know he got a goal, was abysmal. There was times you were saying, Lewis, in the stream, what are you doing? Why aren't you in the middle? Why aren't you in the box? You're our main striker. Exactly. What is he doing? Why isn't he in the box? Why is it Sterling the only man there?
I didn't get that either. I didn't understand why was he dropping back when we need him in the box. When he dropped back, there was literally not a single person in that box.
Yeah.
So your wingers looking up and going, "There's no one there, innit?"
Yeah. What's annoying as well is I know Gabby missed like an important header today. He had a header,
that free
header, but he is actually one of the best headers we have in our team, and. When Bernardo's out on that right-hand side, Bernardo can pick out anything on that right-hand side.
You've seen it loads of times.
And Gabby Jesus was stood outside the penalty area. I'm like, get in the box, man. You're a striker. You're our only striker. We're struggling to score goals, and you're outside the box.
Do you know when Bernardo cuts back onto his left-hand side and does them balls into the box? I feel like it's been years since I've seen one of them. And he can get on pinpoint. I mean, it doesn't matter if the defender's in the box as well. He can get them pinpoint on a player's head if they're 5'2". Honestly, the guy's sick. The guy is sick, and we've said it a lot of times that we weren't bothered about Bernardo. We wanted him in the midfield, but we weren't bothered about him playing on the right side when he came on because of the impact he could have, and we know that he is a good player and we're playing on the right side. I just feel like like you said, Hugh, the Rodri Gundo thing for me ain't working. I predicted that in my lineup as well. I said to play the Rodri Gundo, but I just think I'm done with it now. The Rodri Gundo thing. I feel like it's too slow. It's so slow.
Let me ask you a question then, Bray. In the preview, you backed to Rodri Gundogan. So what was you thinking was going to happen compared to what happened? Why did it fail?
Yeah. Why did it fail? Why has it failed me? You know what I mean? Why has it failed my prediction? My prediction was that we play Rodri as the CDM, the lone CDM, but Gundo pushed a bit more further up. However, Gundo quickly dropped into the second CDM role, and then it was just De Bruyne by himself. And I feel like he had to do that because of the pace that Liverpool play. I don't think I'd took into account how fast Liverpool do come at you. It's scary. It's credit to them because it is scary seeing how fast Liverpool play football and drive at your midfield and defence. And they were just too slow. They were definitely too slow. Like we've seen that from the off. That Rodri Gundo wasn't working. And I don't know why in the first 5 minutes they were playing as centre attacking mids, both of them. Yeah,
that was scary, mate. That was honestly scary. Hugh, Tottenham coming up, mate. This is pretty disgusting how we've got Tottenham coming up. This game, honestly, it's gonna write off some City fans, mate. I'm telling you. How bad is this game? We've got to win, haven't we? Surely we've got to win.
100%. This is like you've said it so many times tonight already. I know we're only 7 games in, but there comes a point where you have to start winning football games. If you want to win a league championship, you can't be drawn, even against the top teams. They're the most crucial games. You can beat your Sheffields and celebrate that. You can beat your whoever else we've beaten at the start of the season and celebrate that. But you have to win the big games. And Tottenham at the moment, they're arguably in better form than Liverpool. So that's going to be a bigger test than today was. And if we play once again, like I said, against Sheffield, if we play today like we played, or if we played today like against Tottenham, the same way we did, we'll get beaten. We'll get beaten, simple as.
I agree, mate. See, I said this before. I actually think Tottenham's going to be harder. Like you just said, Hugh. I think it's going to be a difficult game. Now, what does that mean? I believe that we might be able to create more chances against Tottenham, but will we take them? I have no idea. But I just feel that Tottenham actually are just at the moment are a well-oiled unit. You know what I mean? And the league table don't lie.
They're confident as well. They're really confident.
Not only that, Hugh, mate. Mourinho will be drilling into them. They are second in the league. If they beat us, they can then start dreaming. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And they beat us last year. You know, I believe that most of their players are fit. They've got no injury concerns, and they're going into it in form with confidence. And we're going in it sort of limping. And we're coming off games, and we're sort of saying, well, at least our defense is good. You know, that's the only sort of positive.
The one thing to take from every game is always our defense are decent.
Yeah, man, it's stressing me out. But yeah, thanks a lot for the call, Hugh, mate. Much appreciated.
No worries, guys. Great streams. Thanks very much.
Yeah, man. Cheers, Hugh. Love that. Love the call from Hugh Murray. Big calls there. Frankie Coogan, welcome to Tier 1, mate. Thanks for joining. Extra Club member. He's already in the Discord. I think I can see his name there. So he's already in the waiting room. Absolutely buzzing. Also, when you're speaking about dreaming and stuff like that, another team that will be dreaming is Leicester, because Leicester are currently top.
Yeah.
And Lee Chappie, I think Lee Chappie's from from Leicester City Fan TV. He's in the chat and he said, mad result for us though, top of the league, lads. That is mad. It's another dreaming team.
They play with pace, power. They've got a good striker up at the top. You know what I mean? And that's
who also scored penalties today.
Yeah, I think the league is going very much on the side of pace.
Formidable Centurions Retro 15-16 Leicester versus Tottenham for the title.
Possibly, I don't know. We need to shape up rapid. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we need to fix up, look sharp. Next call, yeah, bro?
Yeah, next call.
Straight in. We've got, I never know how to say his name. It's Dara Reville.
I reckon it's Dara.
I think it's Dara, the GH silent. The Dara.
Yeah.
Dara, yeah.
Let's have a look. You can tell us anyway.
Yeah, he can tell us now on live on the air. It's weird that, as if we're a radio show. Live on the air with City Extra.
It's Dara. Or is it?
What's happening, boys?
How you doing, mate? You alright?
I'm good. How are you?
Decent, mate. It's a weird question. So the thing is, I'm saying, it's a weird question for people to ask us because I watch this happen, but then I'm asking you at the same time. But firstly, how do we say your name?
You have it right, Dara.
Dara. Yes.
Yeah.
We're getting better at this.
I know. We're very bad at pronouncing people's names.
Yeah, mate. What are you thinking then? How are you feeling, mate?
I don't know. Like I'm still positive after. Like, I think we went out and played a lot better than we did last season against them. Like, it was still, though, the double pivot is just not working for me.
Yeah, no, I know we've said it quite a lot, innit? We've said it quite a lot tonight. That it's just not It's just
But I
not
think
it.
we've
But
said
I feel like
that
Pep's
better in the
brainwashed by
last
the
2
double
years.
pivot as well.
Yeah, 100%. Like,
Mm.
I mean, I think it was Lewis who was saying having Bernardo in there, having that extra burst of energy is just having that extra bit of energy in midfield instead of Gundogan, who doesn't move as fast. Is just, I think that's what we needed today. But
Yeah, I agree, man. I honestly, I don't. I bet there's something, right? But I don't know what Gundogan offers me over Bernardo in that role. Because
yeah, 100%.
I
think
I
he
don't
could
think it
he
is.
could definitely hold it down. On it, I think he could hold it down if he was even in the midfield with De Bruyne and Bernardo. He could definitely hold it down on his own.
The thing is, Bernardo, look at the guy's ball control. It's one of the best ball control that in the Prem, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's likened to, and I say we say this a lot, only to Messi, like the way the ball sticks to Bernardo's feet, and surely that'd be mega to have in midfield. Someone who can keep the ball close to him and then release and drive forward. That'd be great for our midfield. And as well with Bernardo, something that you don't get with Gundogan is the pace. So, like, he can win the ball in midfield, bring pace to it. By transitioning from defence to attack, that transition there with Bernardo there, it'd be mad. And then, like Lewis said, there's plenty of times you're pretty much saying to Bernardo, you are now a box-to-box midfielder. You can help out in attack, but you're also going to help out defensively. And there's no other player more, like, if you're going to take a player out of their position and put them in that position, more qualified than Bernardo because of his work rate and the amount he runs.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, it takes you back to when we beat them at the Etihad in 2000. I think it started 2019, and Bernardo, that was the best game he's ever had for us. Like,
Yeah, I just think that we're massively underutilising Bernardo. A lot of people were saying he had a bad period, maybe last year after the whole racism incident. But I believe that he is over that now, and I just think we're massively underutilising him. You know, he can literally play right wing. He can play in the midfield. He's such a hard worker, and
having a winger that has the ability to play in the centre of the park, it's not something you can really ignore. That's why I'm so surprised he's still sticking with Gundogan beside Rodri.
And also, he offers you flexibility. So if you need to change it a little bit during the game, you don't necessarily have to make a sub. You know what I mean? You can move the players around on the pitch. He's fluid. He's a great footballer. And honestly, I asked someone, not in a dick way, I just ask anyone, is there anything that Gundogan can do that Bernardo can't? And that's not a dig at Gundogan. I like Gundogan.
Yeah, he completely slows down the game when he's on. I think it's more if you're playing for the points, say if you're 2 goals up against the Liverpool, you'd bring on a Gundogan. Bring on that kind of player because he slows it down completely.
That's a good show, that actually, and I think that'd be both utilising Bernardo well and also utilising Gundogan well, because you bring Gundogan on in that second half or when you're already trying to kill the game off and you can see it out. Like you say, he slows down the game and then we can start controlling the pace of the game.
Yeah, that's
Gundogan
what
there.
it is. You'll get more. I think you'll definitely have more possession with Gundogan on the field. If you're trying to slow it down, you'll definitely have more.
That's
at the end of the game.
That's a point. That and last year when we played Liverpool and last season when we beat them 4-0, Liverpool actually had more possession than us in that game, if I'm right. And you know what I mean? So it kind of shows that we can beat this team without having more possession than them. Liverpool are a team that have a lot of the
I
ball.
think we played a double pivot that day as well. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, we did.
I know Gundogan
We
and
did.
Rodri started together.
Yeah, we played a lot. We played 100%. We played with them then because I remember before the match sweating about it.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think it's something that seriously, it's sometimes it works, but sometimes it doesn't. It doesn't give anyone confidence. And I just think you can play the double pivot just with different players, and it'd be miles better. And I think that's all we're saying. I don't think anyone's totally against the double pivot. It's just the players that are in the double pivot.
Yeah. Because when we've seen it with Rodri and Fernandinho, it looked decent.
Yeah. That was. I think if you had to get someone in like an hour who was basically just a Gundogan who can move the ball a bit faster, I think the double pivot could work a lot better.
Yeah, I think we messed up in the transfer window, guys. I honestly do. I think that
we got caught up in the Messi thing.
Yeah, we did.
The Messi thing, everyone was on it.
The pipe dream, wasn't it? That's what it was.
I think we messed about with Koulibaly way too long. And
because we went through his agent.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And now we're in a situation where we're not. The annoying thing is we're not crap. We can all see a basis and a fundamental way that we can get good. Our defence is solid, right? Our midfield isn't crap. It just needs tweaking. And then I think if that happens, the attack will then just start flowing. But at the moment, it's just not quite right. But we're not miles off it. little few changes, man. I fully believe that we're still massively in this title race, but it needs to change. It needs to change quick. You know what I mean? A couple more draws, a couple more defeats, and that's us. Sayonara, mate. Bye.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think I think there's going to be a lot of points dropping this season from everyone, though. It won't be another 100-point title race.
No,
And that's what we need to cling on to. That's what we need
It's
to
only
cling on.
naturally, like, after what happened.
Yeah, I agree. Nice call, Darren. Make sure you call in again, mate. Much appreciated, bud.
No worries, mate. Cheers for that.
Cheers, mate. Look,
Yes,
that
yes.
first time he's been on the show, isn't it? But he has been in the chat. He's an active chat member. It's a good call, though.
Yeah.
Good call. And I'm buzzing. We was actually getting someone's name right.
Yeah, we did well. Right, guys, we're going to take 2 more telephone calls from you guys, and then we're going to wrap up because this has gone on for quite a while, a lot longer than we thought. But you guys had the calls, you had your comments, so we wanted to take the calls.
Yeah, we wanted to make sure
after
that,
such a big game.
Yeah, so next is Legan Cow, famously LG and Cow, on this stream anyway. We'll put him in the chat. Yes, is he ready? Now he's ready. Yes, Legan Cow. No, he's not ready. Now is he ready? Hello? I feel like it was having
hello?
right. Hello? Hi, mate, you alright?
Yeah, I'm good.
Good, mate. What are your thoughts on the game?
Honestly, I don't know.
You don't know how to feel.
No. Although one thing I will say to like all the people that said it's a game of like 2 penalties. If Kevin scores that penalty at the end of the first half, the game is so much different for the second half. Because then Liverpool will be putting more towards us.
Yeah.
And will probably crumble.
Yeah, well, we could crumble, or we could get them on the counter. Maybe I'm not 100% sure. But the thing is, right, I'm just a bit disappointed with that penalty. And now I know it's a penalty, and people are like, "Well, you can miss." But for me, I said it in the live stream. When you're playing a crucial game like that, you've just got to hit the target. You don't have to go right in the corner. Just hit the target and make the keeper make a save. And I'm just gutted that he's obviously gone for bottom corner like proper, and he's not even hit the post, man. He's proper scuffed it, hasn't he?
Yeah, I mean, like the keeper went the wrong way as well. So it's like if the keeper goes the wrong way, it should always be a goal.
Yep.
Yeah, very true.
That's
100%.
what I'm on about. You don't have to take the amount of penalties that we see where the penalty isn't actually that good, but it still scores. You know what I mean? That Bruno across in Salford, he does it all the time, doesn't he? He does it all the time.
He's missed a few in recent times.
He has missed a few, but the amount of times where he sends it left and he doesn't get it in the corner, he just goes left and the keeper goes right and it's a goal. But he's hitting the target. If you hit the target, you've always got a chance of scoring, and it's obvious when you say it, but it's just disappointing now that we played Liverpool twice and we've missed 2 penalties and we've not even got them on target. You know what I mean? Carlos Tevez was one of our best penalty takers, and all he did was all the time hit the goal. If the keeper saves it, fair play, but hit the target, man. I'm just disappointed about that. I'm a bit disappointed. Anything in particular that you wanted to say, mate?
Well, I just think like they should just give us James Milner back for penalties. He seems pretty good at taking them for them.
Yeah. So slip on the City shirt, James, and just go take that penalty for us, mate.
Yeah,
he's a good penalty taker. But yeah, thanks a lot for the call, buddy, and thanks a lot for the super chats during the stream, mate. That's much appreciated. It helps the channel out massively. So thanks very much, bud.
Although, guys, I mean, if it's anything, I did say before this game, like I'd sacrifice the points for Scotland to win midweek. So
why? Who is Scotland playing?
We're playing Serbia in the playoffs for the Euros next summer.
Oh, okay.
So if we win, we'll be playing like England, Croatia, and the Czech Republic in the Euros in the next summer.
Oh, okay. But you have to win, right?
We have to win, yeah.
Oh, so hopefully, if Scotland, you just bought yourself the points.
That's it, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I hope Robertson's a bit better than he was tonight, but...
Yeah, well, we'll have to see, mate. I wish you guys luck. But yeah, again, thanks a lot for the call, buddy.
Guys.
And we'll speak to you next time.
Cheers, mate.
Yeah, speak to you soon.
Yes. Scotland need the dub there.
They do. They
against Serbia, against Kolarov, isn't it? Kolarov Serbia, didn't he?
Yeah, isn't Nastasic Serbian as well?
Oh, it might be,
I think Nastasic was Serbian.
Yeah.
I'm sure he was. I don't know. The chat can correct me on that, but I'm not sure. I think Nastasic was Serbian. Right. Next one?
Yeah.
Straight in. Next one, we've got Frankie, which is a new Extra Club member.
Yeah, he was rapid. He joined, he got in the Discord server.
He was rapid, but before I even seen it, he was already in there.
Yeah.
So, yes. Frankie, how are you doing? His microphone's muted at the moment. Yes.
Hello.
Hi, mate, you alright?
Yeah, I'm good. Just thinking what might have happened if that penalty had gone in.
Oh, mate.
Don't do it to yourself.
Yeah, don't do it to yourself.
Don't do it to
But
yourself.
I'm thinking, because I'm thinking back to the Mahrez penalty back at Anfield in 2018, and I'm thinking if we'd have lost the league, we would have looked back at that moment and thinking that would have been a lot more crucial. And I think if it happens again this year, I think we look back on this game and think that De Bruyne penalty was crucial.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're probably right. It's disgusting, really, and I say it again. I think I know I keep saying it, but I think it's fundamentals. When you're in a massive football match like that, just get the ball, on target, make the keeper make a save, and we'll see. Generally, though, what was your general opinion of the actual match? What did you think of City's performance?
I think I can't help but think after last season, I can't help but think I'm always on edge when Liverpool. It must be to do with Liverpool as well. Because when Liverpool came forward, I felt on edge, like they could easily tear us apart. And obviously, I think Laporte being back is just going to give everyone a boost. Like I think everyone plays with more confidence when Laporte's back.
I think having Diaz there as well helps a lot. I think he you can see he's very commanding on the pitch, and I feel like he instills a lot of confidence to everyone in the defence. And obviously, having Laporte there is mad. And I mean, credit to our defence; they seem to have. Fixed up. They seem to have sorted himself out. Cancelo had an absolute, like Colin said before, his best game in a City shirt. I'm pretty sure. And
I think the good thing about Cancelo is I think he pushed Walker. Like last season, we saw how good Walker became because Cancelo was there to push him. And I think we need to do that with Mendy. Like, I think if we sign a left back, we need to make Mendy work for his spot.
Oh, 100%. Mendy doesn't get.
I forgot about Mendy, mate.
Honestly, I genuinely same. I genuinely forgot that Mendy even plays for us anymore because in my brain I'm kind of like, this was his season to show that he can stay fit and he can be a left back for us, and he's not fit and he's not playing left back for us. So I think that's his City. It's sad because he had potential to be one of the best. He came in, looked absolutely mint. He looked mint for Monaco, but I just think. It's sad. I don't like saying it, but I do think that his City career is done. He can't stay fit. He's a shadow of the player that he used to be.
I don't think it's done. Because I think to be honest, if it was done, I think we would have sold him already. I think because he's that good of a character in the dressing room, I think Pep wants to keep him.
I mean, the thing is, right, I say this though, but you said you don't think he's done because we would have sold him, but realistically, who on earth is going to spend pounds on Mendy? Like, seriously, I don't see. If I ran a football club and my manager said, "Oh, I want Ben Mendy," I'd be like, "Is that a joke? April Fools or what?" There's not a chance I'd spend actual money on Mendy because he's never going to play. He's never going to play for you.
That's what I think. We should do a swap deal with someone. Like, I'm not saying we should give him on a free. Like people like Tagliafico. If we swap them two. Like we did with Danilo and João Cancelo.
I think we've got to get a left back in at some point. I mean, it's actually farcical. Our left back situation at this football club has been a bit of a joke now for a number of years. Ever since we got Pep, it's been a joke. Playing Delph, Zinchenko.
Fernandinho played at left back at one point. I swear.
Yeah, it's just crazy, man. It's just crazy. But yeah, I do think you do raise a good point. I think Cancelo played all right tonight. You know what I mean? Salah's one of the best wingers in world football, and I think Cancelo dealt with him very good. And actually, weirdly enough, he was probably one of our best defenders. He was one of our best attackers as well.
I do think he was man of the match tonight.
Yeah,
I think, and Salah scored the penalty, which wasn't his fault, and the penalty was difficult. Like. It's one of those. Just I don't want to get into it. You've probably had this conversation 10 times already.
Yeah, well, yeah, we have we have had it 10 times to be fair, but no, I agree with what you're saying. We do sort of need a left back. I do think that's important. I think we need a midfielder as well. I do think January is going to be very, very important. Are we going to spend money or not? I do think we need to spend money, but have we got the money? Who knows? Apparently, we had 300 million.
I know the war chest.
I think we need to let Gundogan go. Like he's him and he's the one player that I'd happily see go for a reasonable price.
Yeah, well, Ryan James in the chat agrees with you, but then you have to get someone in who's different to him. So who would you get?
Well, I'd get. I think it's Camavinga from.
A lot of people have been shouting.
Ren.
Yeah, a lot of people in our chats keep saying Camavinga.
Because I think he can be a slow player when we don't have Rodri, but I also think he can speed up the play and be like a David Silva. But I don't think he's purely defensive.
Interesting shout. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know who this guy is.
I don't know who he is. I just keep saying his name everywhere.
Yeah. No, it's just fair enough though, mate. Good points there, Frankie. Thanks a lot for calling, mate. Make sure you come on again.
It's alright. Yeah, I will. Right, cheers.
Cheers, mate. Cheers, Frankie.
Yes.
We have. Can I just say, Ren has been trying to get on for weeks. He's been sat in the chat very patiently. Do we have time for Renners?
We have time for one more call, and that call is going to be Renners, guys. And he's been here waiting patiently.
He's been waiting nicely. You know what? C1's been waiting for Renner's call. If C1's still in the chat, I'll be buzzing. Yes, I'll get Renners in the chat now. He has been waiting nice and patient in the waiting room. He's just been chilling. I mean, he's just been letting everyone's calls go by. Yes, Renners, how you doing?
Hello.
How you doing, mate?
Yeah, not bad.
You've been waiting patiently, haven't you? In the chat there.
Too long.
Yeah, well, it was too long. That. What are your thoughts on today's game, mate?
I think we should have won. We needed to win.
Yeah. It's disgusting that we didn't end up with a win. You said before the game, Lewis, that it was a must-win game.
I think
it just puts now a massive load of pressure against Tottenham.
I think by not winning, it's made Tottenham a absolute must-win, because if we don't beat Tottenham, that's tricky. I struggle to find that we can not beat Liverpool, not beat Tottenham, not beat Leicester, not beat Leeds, not beat West Ham, and still win the league. Like, I'm sorry, but when you say it out loud, even if you're one of these optimists, you've got to start thinking to yourself, wow, that's actually true. We've not won any of them football matches. If we don't beat Tottenham, Renners, that's game over, surely.
I don't think we'll get top 4.
Ooh. That is insane.
Big. That is big.
You got to expand. Well, what
because
you see.
we got to beat the big teams to get the top 4. And if we're not beating them, we're not going to do it.
The issue is you got to beat the big teams to get top 4, and you got to beat the little teams as well, isn't it, to get up there? Like, you got to beat big teams. I mean, it's just not happening all round. Big teams, little teams doesn't really. I feel like we're on like the back end of last season still. We're still kind of riding that same style of play, that same wave, and I was kind of thinking, yes, football will be done. We'll get back into it, and then we'll have like a bit of a refresher. But I feel like this is taking a long time, this style of play, to just phase out. Obviously defence is fixed, but I want City back. I want attacking football back.
I think the midfield is replacing. We need a peak David Silva back. We need a peak Fernandinho back.
Well, that goes back to what I was saying before about Pep, right? Pep has said that David Silva, his replacement is Phil Foden, but we're not playing Phil Foden in David Silva's place. So that means that effectively you've not replaced David Silva. So then it's again with the company situation. We've not replaced one of the best players who will play for the team.
I don't think they're the same players though. Foden can't do what David Silva can do.
For me, Foden's a hybrid of Kev and David together.
I agree, yeah.
So what do we need to do? Surely then we need to win the transfer market in January, right?
We need to buy the guy from Lyon.
Oh yeah. See, I really want him, but there's something in my head now that just says we'll miss out on him and he'll go to Arsenal. But I mean, he did kind of reject Arsenal.
No, he's not going to Arsenal. He said it.
He kind of said, don't want it. And he also publicly come out and said that he really likes Manchester City. I'm sure he's like kind of flirted with us.
And Kevin pretty much said after the Lyon game, we've lost Rennes now, but we'll carry on for now. Kevin said after Lyon, that Aouar's sick. Like, he's actually he basically put out a transfer plea to the board. You know what I mean? So who did we actually sign? Who did we sign this summer? I'm gonna get it up because I don't even know.
We signed Diaz. We signed Stefan. We signed Torres. Am I missing a big one? Ake.
Right.
Diaz, Ake, Torres, Stefan.
So this is my issue, right? This is my issue. We
Wait,
signed-
by the way, Renner's is in. I'll put Renner's back in. All right.
Yes, Renners. Right, let me just go through. This is who we signed, right? And I think this when you think of it like this is why we might be in a bit of a tricky situation. We signed Diaz, a first team player, right? Good. That was a good signing. We signed Ake, who's not a first team player, he's a backup. We signed Ferran Torres, who's sort of a mix. And that's it. Is that right? So we signed one first team football player. Is that right? That's right, that, isn't it? Did we sign anyone else?
Yeah, no, I think that's it. I mean, Ake.
Well, according to the rumours, we had 300 million. We're not spending 300 million there.
No, I know we didn't. I remember we got 50 million for Sane. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, what did we pay for Diaz? 70 million.
Diaz, we paid 70.
So that's net 20. Yeah. That's net 20 million. We
40 for Ake.
60.
Yeah.
20 for Torres.
80 million. 80 million pound. You know what I mean? And to be fair, there would have been other sales there as well. You know, we would have sold some academy players for 6-7 million. You know what I mean? We probably spent about net 50 million pound. And when you think about it in real terms, we actually signed one first team player.
Yeah, we've been needing a left back for 2 or 3 years.
Oh, don't get me started on the left back situation, Reynolds. I think it's disgraceful. Just like I thought it was disgraceful that we never replaced the best centre back to ever play for our football club. We don't have a left back at our football club. It's a joke. It's a fact. And I've got to say, fair play. Cancelo has smashed it today. Delph, for most of his career at City, did okay there. Zinchenko, for most of his period, did okay. But at the end of the day, you know what I mean? They're not left backs. They're not left backs. And we've got Cancelo there, who's not a left back, who played well. But is Cancelo a long-term option at left back? No, he's not, in my opinion. He's not a left back.
No.
So we do need a left back in at some point. No. 2022 would be nice. Centre midfielder, I think we need something completely different. Awar, someone who can. For me, I don't mind Bernardo, but for me, Bernardo can do it. But he's clearly not going to do. He's perhaps not going to play him there. So we're going to have to get someone else in. Awar could be that guy. Some people are saying that Zakaria. There was that guy that the last caller said. Guys,
Camavinga.
I think we're at a situation, right, where it's not proper. We're fucked, right? We're not in that situation yet, but we need to look at the league table, right? We need to be looking at the league table at this moment in time, and we need to be honest with ourselves and say, look, we've not beat Leeds, we've not beat West Ham, we've not beat Liverpool, we've not beat Leicester. There's probably another team in there that we've not beat, and at some point we're just gonna have to accept that we're out of the race, and I don't think we're quite there yet. But if we don't beat Tottenham, then I think that's good night. What do you think, Renners?
If we don't beat Tottenham, I think we are in trouble. Definitely in trouble.
Yeah. There's so much pressure.
And questions will come back Pep's way. Has to.
Yeah. Well, the thing is as well, Pep said, this is Pep's words, I'll stay if I deserve to stay. So he's sort of saying, if we don't do well, he's not staying.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So he's put it out there himself. You know, whether he stays or not, I don't know. I'm not Pep out at all. But I'm certainly of the opinion that we need to buckle up quick. You know what I mean? Because it's getting bumpy, Bray. It's getting very bumpy.
The bumpy
and,
ride.
Yeah, we're all on the ride. But
just with you, I think we're only 4 players away from being a top team.
4. So give me the 4, or give me at least the positions.
We need a left back.
Yeah.
We need a replacement for David Silva.
Yeah.
Replacement for Fernandinho, and we need Haaland.
Oh yes.
The thing is, right? That's not ridiculous.
That's not ridiculous
I do agree.
at all.
I do agree with that. You know what I mean? The centre mid, I think, is completely right. The David Silva thing, I think that Phil can do that role, or at least try, but he's not been given the opportunity. But for me, the midfield is crucial. The striker is getting to the point where it's crucial now because Aguero's injured and he's coming probably, guys, unfortunately, to the end of his career. Left back is just a myth. But yeah, I think that's Brenner's has left the chat again. He keeps on disconnecting. But that is, I do agree with him. Do we get top 4? I mean, I'd like to think we get top 4. I don't think, like I say, guys, our defence is good. Our defence is good. You know what I mean? Right, Bray. I think that's it. No one else in the waiting room.
There's no one in the waiting room. I think, to be fair, we did say That were the last two, innit?
We took a lot of calls, guys. We took a lot of calls. My head's absolutely fried.
Same. I feel like we've gone full call show mode tonight, and then credit to us, you know. I mean, I'm not just like licking my own ass a bit here, but I just feel like, you know what I mean. We did like a 2.5 hour live stream, then just straight into this, another 2 hour live stream or whatever. It's good. What's happening with the giveaway? I'm lost. The giveaway was at half time in the Liverpool game. Who won that? Morgan. Yes, Morgan. But anyway, thank you for everyone who's come on. Thank you for everyone who's become a new member in this live stream. If you didn't get on today in today's call-in show, make sure you get in next Tuesday. No, international break, innit? So after the international break, we'll be back with our phone-in show. Make sure you tune into the phone-in show again. And yeah, if we didn't get you on this time, we'll make sure to get you on that next time.
Yeah. But thanks a lot for watching, guys. Look, the season's not over. Yes, we might be stuck in the mud a little bit, but we've got our boots on, we've got our spade, and I'm confident we can get ourselves out of the mud, but we've got to do it very, very quickly. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Thanks a lot for everyone who subscribed. We got to 14,000 today, which is mad. We got 1,000 likes on the live watch along, so it's been, on that side of things, a good day. A bit of an meh day on the football side. But yeah, we'll have to see what happens. Guys, thanks a lot for watching. Stay safe, and we'll see you next time.